Yeah, sure, it's fun. They want to hold. That song. No sniper song. That was. Now I gotta put them on the other phone.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a bitch to get to Webster Ave. It feels isolated from the Bronx, and we're not trying to wait for that crummy 41 bus. But Webster Ave was once a busy and important street to the Bronx. Today, parts of it still feels like it's carrying the generational scars and trauma from when
That old school saying, size matters? Yeah, it's true.
It's a good grand rising to you guys. So here we go again. We're less than 2 weeks away from the tournament, the UMAN OG Fountain of Youth from Grandmaster Jerry Fast Feet Fountainers. This is Master Ty, where we at the Fast Feet Dojo. And literally, it's Sunday morning, just after 10, just before 11. So we're a little behind, but we're doing a lot of work. We have the promotional package for sponsors. Next event is going to be March 28th, so less than 2 weeks. And after that, we have another one that we're going to be promoting ASAP. That one, I'll make sure that we have more than enough time. From the one that's happening in 2 weeks, we're going to get more footage to be able to put a proper media package to get people involved, because this is way beyond just me. I want to make sure that this thing becomes huge. The people who really appreciate it, because they're not old men, old women, so to speak, at tournaments where there's nothing but kids. But literally, you are the stars. Meantime, I'm also training for April 12th tournament in New Jersey where I won last year. I won it actually the 3 times that I've won. And I want to defend my title. Leading by example, losing fat, gaining muscle, that's the key. Fast feet forever is my goal. How long do you want your feet to be fast? Or keep making excuses and saying, well, you know, we're old and, you know, whatever. We're old. No, you're out of shape. If your knee hurts, it's not because your knee is hurt. It's because your thighs are weak and your calves are weak and the muscles around your joints are weak. Same thing with your back. Don't listen to what the doctors say only. Because chiropractors are doctors too, and they say the opposite, right? So you need a combination of taking care of the inside, like I do with vitamins and minerals and peptides, and take care of the outside with what would be super packs in my case, which I have. How many do I want to do? 3 patches? Yeah. We have Liberty, Victory, and Boost. Those 3 combined will give us the connection to the brain to be able to perform better. And you guys think it's a joke, but why end up kicking you in the face? For those who are in the sport, that is competing. Most of you won't scared. You're not scared. You don't have to be scared. You're ready.
0.
5 minutes. Block the hands on top, and I get to go to the top. I went to the bar. That was weird. That's four. Back there first. That's right. That was what we want to do. Exactly. I went back. I went here. Here. No, it's not. Fake kick and some breaks. Stool. Sweet, yeah. Again, I take toward 9 o'clock. But before I got there, with the right hand, left hand right. You go on that way. Side foot. That's all. Straight. Release. That was a delayed long range hand. I'm thinking about it as an accident. Oh wait. That's all. That was weird. That was very weird. Yeah. That was like this one. For a second. Yeah. It only worked once. That's what. There you go. Roll back, reverse, reverse. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Again, once I touch on the machine, look at my hands. It's confusing. I'll let it go. Wow. That's one. I barely got out of the way. All I got here before I made it. Want to knock it and move. Not ready. There I stood right in the pocket. And when I looked at one of this, normally I would have touched one of this one would have got me. That's sweet. Nice. I went 1, 2, 3. Down 4. I think you have a point. I tried to drop the hand, drop it down, and jab it, and then go for it. So I went back again. Okay, good. 2, 3. That's no 1, 4. I scored multiple 2. Yeah. Okay, close the mouth. That's good. It was like, that's 5. Yeah. One number 5. Starting out. So you see that, guys? I'm letting the lead as a decoy, but it also goes in as a kick. Yeah. That's one of the ways for me to warm up my groin muscle. And the hips. And even though it was actually just a decoy, that in itself makes a person think they're not going to throw a kick. But I'm warming up. While I'm warming up, I'm conditioning him to see the knee up. He doesn't know if it's fake or when I'm going to throw it. As long as I keep him at a distance and not doing too consistent, now he knows. Round 5. 1. Because if you watch that, I stayed relaxed and released it. And I stopped doing punches, even though I'm not ready and I'm not going to reach. But by doing this, he's being decoyed, and then now I'm able to engage into the position. So I'm not ready, but I still do. It means, get out of the service. See, so I haven't been doing that, meaning you haven't really came out over blitz. He crosses the legs or being too close, thinking he was too far. And I took advantage of that. That's because I haven't been doing it, so you're not aware of it. But normally I don't come back like that. I couldn't so close. Yeah. Timing was perfect. Now we saw it. It just fell. That's 3. Four. I really touch it. That's why I did touch it. I just touch it. Could have been harder, guys. What we're trying to do here is wake up our proximity, our distance, our awareness. Now, no excuse, guys. I'm on 5 hours sleep, and I didn't do any daylight kicks yet today. So I have to be smart, unlike before, where I pulled muscles. So you know that we're very patient before throwing any kicks. And when I throw them, I'm going to be in control of them so I don't hurt myself. I'm also not trying to make heavy contact because neither one of us benefit from that. But I'm also consciously doing different techniques to make sure I wake up as many of the arsenal as possible in the middle of the so-called warm-up while sparring. Not an easy thing to do. I don't even recommend it. That's what happens when you don't prepare. Should have done my layout kicks. I don't expect to get up. That's it. Nonsense. When I went old school, hop around, no letters to the back foot, start from close. I take my hair up so I feel everything okay. Then it was ready. Say class, like they do, you got me also. So we were both called our next door, down with this, saying, oh my God, I missed. I went here, he went that way, I'm like, and then I threw a punch, and he threw a punch. Now, most people would have never tried to throw a punch, because they were off balance, but each of us actually did. We fought for the rebound. Well, I was waiting. That I've never done on him. Doing so like this. And then full blitz, and I went this. So I told the blitz, which didn't, it wasn't to really score him, it's to get himself aware that he went this way, and I did typical throw the backwards, and I hooked it. So he did the side. So crazy. That's only two. Round five. Okay. Again, do that thing. Keep at a distance. Keep his hands up. Shake on bacon. And I kept my hand on like this. And I keep the hand up so you can't see the kick. You wouldn't expect that. While being mobile to throw my new fun toy, the inverted roundhouse, a twister. So there, I did another fake. A little bit of the fake went. I jumped up and out. So you have have to watch me. When I listen to him, you watch me, you have to, while you reposition. Normally people were here, and then I went and used that like I thought, diving board. So those are nice techniques. Again, I haven't done that for a long time, so I didn't be better. That's good. Your point. I went to sweep, then go in deep enough. He scored with a side kick, and then he scored with a back fist. Perfect example. Sweep was spoiled, same leg I hit, he kicked him with, and then he do the back fist, he his front line, defense. Perfect counter. That's the goal. Outside. What I have to do was flank him without getting hit. He bailed out. Sometimes when in doubt, bail out. Get the one warning. And you have to. It's just out hustling him. Miss. Right to the hit. That's 4 1. Well, if I would have backed up a little bit, that kick would have blasted me. I'm still giving him the point. Even though his knee was slightly bent, still went above the belt. He didn't have that much space. He didn't lean back. He twisted tight. That's a beautiful kick. Beautiful. And what a look. Twice.
That's fine. All right.
After 4, 4 to 1, outside twice. That's fine? Yeah. It was fast, then I got you. That's the only reason. Wrong 6. It might be wrong 7, but who's counting? I smother you as a samurai or a fencer that way, advancing with the front leg in a stutter stop one way. So it's like an in your face type of thing. See, so there, I did the opposite. I did like a little tap dance. And he has no other choice but to be directed towards the foot. And I stopped it. Over here, I went. That's a good one. So, again, a different type of decoy. I call it tap dance. The noise itself has to be recognized because the person has ears. So that's how you start taking advantage of people's eyes and ears. I call this trigonometry. The idea is that you don't want the person to have the mental edge on you. And then you want to sight them. Sometimes by sound, sometimes by height, sometimes by speed, sometimes by decoy forward where you go to the side. There was one time where I could have took his glove off, disarm it, but I'm not doing anything consistent, except for making sure that my body's at the range where I should be safe. But even with that, I got hit with a jumping, spinning back kick. Where he was short, he should have hit me low because he was close to me. And didn't like the knee, but it was enough. And that, I don't think I've ever been hit with that in my entire life. And I've been fighting since 1976. So how's that? So it's 50 years coming soon. You're the first person ever that ever took me to this hand.
Wow.
Come on, this is just the truth.
And this one too.
You know?
That's one.
Thank you. And I gotta be aware of that possibility. You know what? I'm wrong, I apologize. I did get hit like that one time, but it was in good company by Raymond Daniels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I punched him in the jaw because he never locked his knee.
I didn't even know you were what.
Yeah, one time. I wasn't really ready, but he was phenomenal during that time anyway. I'm a fan. He's a good guy. Okay, that's two. Yeah, and one was a chicken. So, so look what I did there. I put my hand on like this. I threw it up. First I kept it low, threw it up, and normally you would do the other hand, right? I just brought it right back and tapped the face. Same hand. Again, it makes it a little weird. Gotta know this is the best hand. Yeah,
that's okay, fine. That's fine.
Now there, I like the Karate Kid, where I went here to step on the angle, 9 o'clock, and threw the tick towards 2 o'clock. Didn't make sure. Looking over to the face.
What's that, great?
That's good. You got it. He kept his distance. I made a mistake. In the middle of that, I purposely was going to do something, thinking. There he switched his legs. It was the perfect space, but I was still thinking. Thinking and then distracted. And he hit me. Now, thinking, and thank God it wasn't a hard hit. When you're thinking in the middle of the match, you're at high risk of getting hurt because the general is in the bathroom, so to speak. Last time I did that, I got my jaw broken 40 years ago, this August. I had no idea. I purposely was trying to do something. You can't do that in the middle of the match. By the time you think to do it, it's too late. You have to do it. Don't think.
That's fine.
So that's the lesson there. And you see how easy it's going on me?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't mentally there. That doesn't take away from your combination, doesn't take away from your distance, doesn't take away from your shuffle. All those things were perfectly done. And then the end result was the actual, not just attempt, but success. But you haven't done that in how long?
Yeah.
And this is the first time today, and that's how you brought it better. But you flavored it, seasoned it,
That's fine.
really good.
Okay.
And then I had to eat it. Yeah. 3 to 1. Footwork was wonderful. His 2 techniques were moving wonderful. I was stalking him. He was moving and striking. 9 out of 10 times he would have hit either me or anybody else. Then finally towards the end, I did a slow, light, broken rhythm punch, which is more intense for me. I'm just trying to make sure that I touch the target. Because normally I would bang the body a lot harder. And I don't want to stay in the pocket heavy. I'm trying to stay light. So I'd rather just touch and go. You know, as long as he acknowledges it, because I do touch him. Of course, if I put a little more emphasis on it, that means it won't be as fast. But I'm just playing a touch and go game, which is to increase your fast twitching muscles while still being aware of the distance. I mean, look how many techniques I threw and you threw in that acid change, and then a little slow reverse punch to the body was what became the actual score, point that scored.
Good point.
That was weird. You know what I did? No. Okay, so I want to spank you towards 12, but my own to 9, put my hand out. I did that. So then, when I put my right, so my right is the front, I throw the punch towards you on an angle or stepping. And then my hand came back. My right leg goes in front and my left leg on this one, high. And then I step again and I throw the right. So when I do something with the high one, slightly, and I make that twist, and I tap to the body. And normally it would have been boom, boom. But I want to speed and control while still doing angles on the inside.
Inside, yeah. That was nice.
Now there, another weird way. I never do the right, I never do the hand. I went fake reverse punch, backwards at a distance, reverse punch, reverse punch. So this is this week's movement, this continues his movement. Normally I try to drive to this, but I cut it short on purpose to throw the reverse. And then he tried to put a little punch, but I'm on the side of him with no little reverse. Not heavy, but kind of heavy, based on where I was at.
Yeah. Backwards and like.
Yeah, that's it. Like a sniper.
That's not a problem.
No, with a new one. So this is 2 points on me. You know? No point. You want to stop. I don't do that. Another thing, if I hit you to the body and you block it, please don't give a point. Please don't give a point. It has to be open. Remember, you're my judge, and I need you as a judge to let me know exactly when I'm doing a flexion technique.
That's right.
Not an almost one. Even if it's not you. If it's in the body, it's not a point.
That's fine.
Again, I'm not trying to go hard. I'm just trying to, now look what I did there. I went back, like a circle. I went back, like a circle. I went back, and blitz was not heavy or hard. Slow and precise. On my feet, that's how it works. That's good. But see, just over the shoulder, and I lean. Now, if I would have went like this, after the hook kick, that roundhouse would have tipped me right to the face. Please understand, guys. Master Thai literally is the person that's kicked me in the face more than anybody. And that one right there would have been 2 kicks in the face for the average person. See, right, when keep like this in the pocket, what happens is that when people see a weapon coming at them, they sometimes rush it. Try to be patient, let it miss. You know? And then I use the outside. See, I was committed to waiting for the opportune time, making believe that I have just limited weapons, and I want to make sure that I utilize them as a real opening. But even moving out like this, if you see a Muay Thai to do that with a guy, person just leans all the way back.
Yeah, that's too much, right?
No, they do it because of the long kick. So somebody's throwing a long back kick, that's the fight because they go like this, they can still hit them. So it depends. You might have to lean to the right, lean to the left, and just bottom a little bit, pull back, or pull back further. But when you pull back further, you might want to have your feet in the right position where you can take advantage of the twist of that. So the body positioning absolutely can be deceptive, but the foot is what creates the footwork or the pivot or the angles. I mean, that was beautiful. That's the reason why I didn't do it. Except I was committed to just staying like this, otherwise I would have hook and miss. Yeah. Oh, man. Good circle. Just over my shoulder. Complete kick. Scores. It is 2-0.
Yeah.
Now you see that little hook. I finally threw it like a swing kick towards the head. So you say, oh, wait, that'll come out. Then I went and kicked to the body, around the cheek. So that's another technique where I stay high with the hook, kick this time, or swing kick it, drop it down, and then explode it to the body. A little bit different. Yeah. Okay, you got the point. I do the axe kick as a decoy, then I was too slow to do a roundhouse kick and came up away from my left leg towards my chest in the backwards. Isn't that perfect? And control. I get it? Again, this is the second time I actually went. One, he blocked it, put it back, and then 2 while going forward. And then we'll do a 3, and then we'll do a 4. You will open here. Was normally I would do that. But I have to. So I said, I'm more. Only because you told me. I think you have more. Yeah. Now let me explain. I do the roundhouse kick high enough towards the face, and I kept my hand in the chamber. So when I do the back twist, I hit behind it, and the arm itself blocks the backwards. That was pretty cool. You went for the foot counter. This way. I take this way. And here I'm in. With block the or heavy. That's fine. But hey, now relax my hand for a second. I'm going to hold it so tight, and my fingers are too. Yeah, I'm great. Again, after the side kick to the body, which moved them back. I took the hook kick to the head, which missed. When they came down, I took an inverted roundhouse kick at a distance. So, and they were all done with the right leg. Again, not a combination I've ever done in my life. That's why, to me, it's so important. I'm gonna give you guys a secret and a hint. For those of you who like to do drills, who I'm not a big fan of, I am a fan of maybe blitzing drills, or just to get a speed going, a left-right drill, just to get your body alert and awake. Because to me, sport karate, what I call it sniper fighting, back in the days, before 1987, everybody used to have a different technique. That was their bread and butter. So every time you spar with somebody, they were different. Where when you do drills, let's say we all do 5 drills. That means that what we have is really 5 pretty much techniques that we practice. And if it's the same ones, the matches look about the same. Because everything's based on distance and speed. So they are fast. But the minute you break their rhythm, change foot positions, go on an angle, different from what they used to. Remember, they practice the same exact thing. This is what they do. They go 1, 2, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2. This is what they practice it. Well, if you do it and I do it, we can detect that. So the only way for you to be confused is for me to do something different. So again, those of you who see us do a technique, if you want to do drills, take what's good and practice just that. In this case, side kick, hook kick, twister kick. You can do that, but I suggest do it from both sides. So you can come up with a whole bunch of drills from the sequence of events that were successful, which means that these drills now have credibility in the real world of being effective.
That's one.
Like a sniper.
Like a sniper. Bing. I like a sniper. What's your...
So let me explain what I did here, guys. I purposely control the pace of the match. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take the match and keep the same speed, but pull back on the intensity of the actual strike and focus more on control. Still making a target, still hitting, still setting up, but because it's only 80%, in terms of the power, you don't have to worry about recuperating. You know, because when I hit you sometimes, and you hit me, it's like, man, that's just great. So if you notice, because of that, we have more oxygen.
That's one.
See how you feel better now?
Yeah.
Where we would be going fast, heart rate will move. I mean, I shouldn't say fast, intense. It's still confusing, it's still psychologically, you know, but it's more like, you know, me first, I want.
Yeah, got it first. So. Right.
Then reverse, face, hit. The next time I was here, the kick was coming, instead of going back, the side or up, I went over the shoulder. This, into the kick. You kick over the kick. Crazy, right? That was behind you. I had to fight myself. Stay in the pocket, lift the arm, pull a punch, kick it there. Not I was the wall. I wouldn't hit the wall. If I'm here, and you throw that kick, now that happens to the people you want to try to block it, I'll run it. And we put it in the wall here. You got the leg higher. I was caught. Hold on. Think about it. Won't be on this. What it'll soon be. You didn't see it, right?
No.
Oh, but you said, when I just came out, I was there. All you have to do is work one time.
Yeah.
Let's say, wait. This way. See, even there, the stepping, watch. I speak towards 3 o'clock, I need towards 12 o'clock. I went towards 2 o'clock. I went towards 11 o'clock. Zigzag, while doing 2 reverses to the body. The stepping was intense, and the punch was control. So we didn't lack the speed, but we definitely, I didn't, normally would be boom, boom. Why am I not doing that with this man? I already have what I would consider enough confidence in the power. However, by doing it like this, I'm gonna have more power because speed and weight equals power, and I'm controlling it. So I'm working on my fast twitching muscles. I'm working on my fast twitching muscles, right? For controlling it. Instead of bam. And it also makes it really last longer.
Yeah.
A little less intensity. But you see how the speed was still,
Yeah.
so they didn't lack the speed. But it increases the control. I like it. That's 4.
Yeah. 4, 5.
No, not 4 and 1 time. Now there, it only hit that hard because he went towards it. If you notice, for that little kick to the body, which was close, but no cigar. Good, we don't smoke. He went to the right, which he didn't do that part of the day. So this time I said, you know what? Let me throw the kick where he's gonna go. So if you want to get technical, if the clock is on the floor, I kicked with a roundhouse kick towards 12 o'clock. And then as soon as it was coming down, I tapped the floor, just tapped it, and went back up towards 10 or 11 o'clock. And that's the reason how, and for what it was worth, that's why it was hard to roll the thing. And because it hit you behind your head when you didn't see it. Did you anticipate it?
No.
See, you ran into it like this. Well, why would you anticipate it if we have not done that at all today? Every time you've gone this way, maybe scored, or you got away, you scored, but you didn't run into a pitch ahead. Like, how could that be?
Right.
We're gonna go to the videotape and watch it, and then show what happened.
That's fun.
So we took the right?
Yeah.
Instead of going out to the other,
What's this, 12, 11? That was 5, right?
I think that's right. I'm gonna. Now I'm keeping my hand, I went from here to here. Now he's distracted because I never do that. And then normally I would do that. So in other words, I kept here for the distance, I kept here for the height. So he can't help but be distracted by the hand. So then when he moved, I just went back and hit him. And I hit him. Now mind you, if I attempt that again, he's gonna crack my ribs. Because if I go like that, then hit me. If I do it another time,
Yeah.
the body will be like,
Mike Kent.
Yeah.
Kent a little bit more.
yeah. But again, the idea, guys, is to catch the person when they're not ready. Psych them. It wasn't intense if you look at it. It was pretty passive. Boxers do that all the time. You like this, and then put the right hand. You know, they go like this, and just swat away. So that front hand is something that can be used as a decoy or an actual move. The move the person's hands up.
First one. 11.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, I think, did I get you too?
I know.
That means no. I think I hit him right after. Now, again, my mistake there was that I was at level number 8, and he picked up to like level number 9. So I made a mistake in terms of intensity, and I was too close. I was close enough that he wasn't going to explode. But since he did explode, that's when I made a mistake. I was on a bicycle, he got on a motorcycle. Well, his bicycle has the ability to have a motorcycle. Second, and I still do the hook punch.
Yeah.
But again, it was great. See, like even there, I added a little bit more to the body, but it still wasn't what he was hit the wall. Boom!
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
In other words, I still went, but it wasn't with it. Now, one time today, have you been slammed to the wall? Because I pulled back on the technique. It's still complete, with more control. Really good body. See, I really hesitated there because you wasn't sure. Did he score or not?
Yeah.
I don't think I did. But I can use this something fair. On the head face kick. Like you got stuck there afterwards.
Yeah, it's been 2, but I wasn't sure.
So to me, I don't know if I hit him, he wasn't sure. But as a follow-up, I still went, to the bottom. But you didn't expect the run to this one.
No.
That's still this one. I gave him there a phenomenal amount of good blocks and movement. He was literally on the ropes. When I let him off the rope, I went, go this way. And they went there. A bunch of techniques were done. If I put emphasis on So this, like a kidney shot, that was drawn out by, right. You got everything between the twister. Can you handle it? Now one time you realize, it was, that was dope. I just do well, I just stayed in the pocket this time. But again, a whole bunch of techniques that will block. Well, what else? Well, 12. That was weird. Right? Yeah. I wanted. Yeah, and I put it back to the just to test it. That's fine. That's two. Yes. Good back, right? Three. Four. Yeah. I committed myself to the next 4 exchanges were going to be backwards. So I came up with why that's not my technique. Meaning I don't use the user them. So there's two versions of it. Defensive, offensive, double, blitz, nylon. If you rewind it, so this is where you guys have to realize that this here really is a study video. Anytime you see something that's effective, I would suggest you pause it, rewind it, clarify what the combination was, jot it down. If you take each of those techniques and you drill just 10 times, let's say 10 different techniques in a sequence, then your body will be awake to options. Make sure they have kicks and punches, both on the left side, right side, front hand, rear hand. Like for example, I don't think Master Ty used his right hand today. So if he was in the checklist going for one technique to the max, the right hand reverse might have been one of the points, the right hand backward might have been one of the points in terms of when you practice to be awakened. So let's say today there might have been 30 different techniques. Yes, the kicks and the punches are the meat and the potatoes, and you only have 4 limbs. But the way you use them, like he's going with a jumping back kick, I hit him with a roundhouse to the head, he threw a hook kick roundhouse. All these techniques by themselves are pretty phenomenal. But when they're done being effective, man, then you should use that. Okay. With the long 12?
Yeah. 12, 13.
Yeah, everything is 12.
Yeah. 12.
Let's say it's 12.
Yeah. 12.
You guys couldn't see that there. Didn't throw anything. I went. It was backwards. Sometimes, again, that's part of the psych too. I could have threw it. In my mind, I threw it. But then I would have missed it. Like the opportunity. You jump back, you cover yourself. If I would have threw it, I would have just hit arm. In other words, I would have wasted bullets. So he jumped, and just before he ran, I just stabbed him. I'm here. That's okay. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know what the was on that arm was gone. So I took a punch like this. As a decoy, he gets his arm. I grabbed his arm, closer to the body, and I did a second one because just to show you.
That's
So you-
like self-defense problem.
Yeah, so I took his weapon. I could have took the weapon and hurt him. I could have done that, so I would have went deeper to the joint. I could have took the weapon and his arm. I could have done this. And to the punch, reverse. But I didn't. I held it, neutralized it, and I did the second one, control still.
Yeah.
But for the purpose of letting him know that I had his arm. Yeah, that's self-defense. That's good.
Oh, that night.
This one,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of stuff happened there. I figured we were going to switch sides. No, there was a lot of dribbling. I dribbled, he dribbled, they were there. No, finger over. So from all that,
Frank, well,
right?
yeah.
I crossed over, you crossed over, we dropped and dribbled, the shake and bake. All along while his back was in the corner. So I went this way. I let him out, and I met him with a finger. So it doesn't have to be banging. It could be finesse, like a snake. So,
Can't,
I still took that. I really didn't think it was going to quick.
yeah.
And we 15 rounds, we haven't been able to look at me videos.
Yeah. And you
We sold it down. Oh, yeah, that doesn't matter. I got Liberty, Boots, and North Coast.
Did you take a nap the other day?
No. Point, oh, move outside. Damn, I'm still giving the point.
You said, wait.
Even though I caught it, he still went 1-2. Testing 1-2, so I gotta give this one. Even though he was outside. For future reference, if you're supportive of letting outside
Like you said, the rules.
in the rules and he kicks, there's no point. However, just like in the tournament, I can override the judges and give him the point. You understand?
So,
Because I was just too freaking good. If we would have done one kick, that would have been fine. So I thought I blocked it, but the second one definitely got in. Well, hey, I didn't see it. It was beautiful. And that gives it a good angle for it.
got up.
It's smooth. I think you see it.
Yes, I was reading it before.
Well, I got hit once. I got hit him. Then he hit me again. Regardless, he wasn't ready, and he still hit me twice. Point. Beautiful. Oh, I'm starting my boy. Yeah. The other closest thing to him hitting, move on. Just because he was going backwards. I went slower than this. That's fine. I'm 14 now. Again, I did a different style to him, but it was intense, so he wasn't used to that. The front hand was intense, but I was low.
Yeah, going up.
Yeah, so I was going forward. I'm on 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. 11 o'clock with my hand. But at a distance, make sure I don't get hit, so like, I'm still moving. It's a distracting, just enough.
Yeah.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah. It's easier. When we go from once.
Outside.
Good question.
Point. I had to check that. Now the shuffle. Ass. That's what's going in. Intense and not heavy. He could never expect that. I haven't done it. I'll take the outside over. I'm gonna mess around with it. I went here. So I use the decoy and go to back. Decoy, go to back. And then throw it out. Throw it out. So you outside, right?
Yeah.
No point. I take the point and that's twice out. 2-0. You know what that was? You know what that was? Yeah, but like this, watch. All of the front end. Wow, this is. I want to look. How can you expect that? Good. Next. I think the thing is follow up on it, but I don't like that. He looked away. But it was perfect in this sense. To the backwards, step on my foot, to the hook punch. I mean, one this. So you hide behind your weapon. Perfect. But still with the left hand. So it'll move. Again, I anticipated if I go towards his foot, he's gonna pick it up and hit me with it. And he would have. I switch it up. Give it energy. Follow up intense, but then hit hard. A little faster. 4-2. Right.
That was on the glove, right?
No, the first one was on the glove. First one on the glove, second one on the chest. It's because, well, he made a combination. He found love. He's just real good. I was playing when I did one. That's what I'm saying. The score, 4-3. I was the only one that don't have it. I was 40. I'm number 5. So let me explain. Over here, I got called the double roundhouse kick, which was great. Instead of before the kick, following up. Because what I wanted to do, and I didn't do, again, with intentions, I wanted to get you out. Because you already had 2 times out. I wanted the last point to be with you going out. But you wasn't going out. So you do the right hook to get me. I hit my glove. So you saw that. And then you do the right hook kick. And I bang my chest. And this right here catches me. There, it's a little harder, you know why? I'm falling. So like I'm falling. It's hard to catch it. Why am I falling? I want to get hit this way. So I went. And I was falling, so that's why. Yeah, I was almost behind you.
Committed.
Yeah. Now, if you wouldn't have moved up, it would have touched you. But you was coming in also to try to get me. So it was like, oh. But that was a wonderful, now think about it, we did about 15 rounds of tape. I think it was more than that. But towards the end, I threw a jumping spin hook, you threw a spin hook. I threw a 360 spin hook, wasn't that good, but I said through it. I did a shuffle axe kick into a counter, and that was pretty fast.
Yeah.
You know, I threw a blitzing front kick, I came like a leg raise.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Came like a leg raise from the bottom. There were a variety of techniques that were just phenomenal. 2 times he missed me by so close with kicks. Overall, guys, again, if you watch every one of these techniques, if you see the technique, see, don't assume, oh, that was just a punch, oh, that was just a kick. Again, guys, those are just the tools. Now, with tools, you gotta pick the right one. Sometimes people use a screwdriver when they should use a hammer. So that means they get screwed. Sometimes they want to use what you would consider a rolling pin for paint, when what they really need is a chisel. Sometimes they bring this jackhammer, and all they really need is a brush. So being able to pick the right tool is important. Then you understand the distance. If you're painting, you might use a brush. You might use a roller. Then you might need some painting tape. Then you gotta decide, do you want it to be oil-based, water-based, satin, etc. So those are all options. See, everyone kicks, everyone punches. When and how you set it up. The best part of today's workout to me was the fact that we were controlling the intensity of the power of the technique without sacrificing the intensity. So it went almost like to a stop, like a sniper. Almost like old school sport karate, where you wasn't allowed to wear equipment, but you couldn't make contact to the head either. So you had to learn how to distance yourself. So because of that, I'm able to do things like this. Hit, barely touch.
Still be effective.
Yeah, so the idea is to understanding your distance, making sure your weapons are able to go from a variety of proximities. Think about a sniper. A sniper, depending on the distance, he or she uses different tools. Depending on the wind, depending on the height. A sniper is an assassin. So if that assassin has you as a mark, he or she might be creative and use a mustache, an accent, and serve you some poison in a restaurant, and you might even give them a tip. They still killed you, but look at the range of weapons. They can use a knife, a blow dart, or they can have you fall into traps by putting them throughout the terrain, such as in times when the floor was slippery on one side or wet, I don't want to be there. So understanding the terrain, like in the art of war. So you get the high ground, low ground, flank left, flank right, or just come right to the front door by being non-intimidating and using a disguise. Yeah, and then you can even create what I would consider my favorite, the Trojan horse, where you infiltrate the city, wait until everyone's asleep, annihilate. That's the highest level of what would be physical combat. But then after a while, you're doing this persistently for years. Guys, I'm gonna say this, it might sound a little out of line, but it's what I believe to be the truth based on what feedback I've gotten. I intimidated a lot of people just by my presence at a tournament. So there were times where people said that there was some guy throwing a big game, like he was gonna kick some butt, and this is back in the 80s. And I would show up, he said that same guy would turn around and just become sick automatically or injured and not even compete. And I heard things like that, and I thought they were joking. Until some people clarified it. And there was other times where I got into a division, and they went in, all of a sudden it got too heavy, or light. In other words, they didn't get near me out the ring. Then there was another time where you would line people up next to each other, and I wouldn't be standing there alone because no one wanted to fight. No one wanted to fight with me. So all those things come with a double-edged sword. Advantage there is that your reputation precedes you, but then you also create a lot of jealousy and envious. So a lot of times, there's another time too where I hit the person just with one technique, and they've quit on me. I've had that too. If someone envies me, to me is a compliment. If someone is jealous of me, again, another compliment. Haters motivate me. I'm not mad at them. To be honest, when it comes to promoting a tournament, I had so many haters there, but they still came and paid. Where those who are on your side don't show up, or if they do, they want you to hook them up, and then they try to call that support. You can never make everyone happy. But then you got people like Senpai Rodriguez, Master Ty, Shion Mimi. Not the only ones, guys. I'm just going to mention those three. Otherwise, I'll be here for a little while. And they not only come, appreciate, but they actually also donate or participate in more ways than one. So, to those people, or who are showing me any form of energy, thank you. Including all you that just don't like me. That's my job, to make sure that you entertain for the day. God bless. Best wishes. I'm Grandmaster Jerry Fastly Fontanes. This is Master Ty. AB. See ya at the tippity top. And you don't stop.
Hey,
Thank you.
let's go.
I like that.